Hi, my name is Wendy Elwell, and the reason I am coming to you tonight is to talk to you about the reason why I started in business. And I want to just tell you a little bit about myself, not that it really matters much about me, because it's more about you. I am a mother of 5. I started my first network marketing business in 1998 after I'd had my 3rd child. And I've been a nurse. I went to nursing school. I was a single mom. I thought, wow, I'd really achieved something going to nursing school. I could make a really decent living, going and working a few nights a week and raising my oldest son, who's now almost 21. But I went to work and I realized nursing really stinks and I'm not enjoying this. And then I got married and had another son, and then I had my daughter. And after I had my daughter, I wanted to stay home. Actually, after my 2nd son, I remember crying after I brought him home, and I remember holding him in my arms and just crying and knowing that I had to go back to work because my husband and I had no choice. At that point in time, my husband and I were paying child support for his son, and we were just barely making it. Even with my income, we weren't very smart. We'd made some really stupid decisions, and we just spent more than we made, and we just kind of got ourselves in a position with buying a house, having 4 kids now at this point in time between my son, his son, and the 2 we had together. And so I decided I'm going to try a business. So I went into Amway. Well, of course, we all love Amway. It's a great business, but it just didn't work for me. I got the idea of what network marketing really was and how important it really is, but I don't know, I was afraid. I was afraid to talk to people. I was afraid people would judge me. So I got some people in my family to buy product. Yeah, that made a little money. It didn't make a lot. So I didn't make much money in the Amway business. Actually, I think if I made maybe $100 over the 2 years that I did it, that was a lot of money. I tried all kinds of parts of it, and that I was hearing people were successful with, and it just didn't work. So I gave up that dream. So I went back and started working again. Worked. Then in 2002, I lost my grandmother, inherited a little money, and I got to stay home for a little while with my kids and really loved it. Then the money wasn't there anymore, so I realized I needed to do something. And I had $350 left over from my inheritance that had just come in the mail from my aunt, and I decided to buy another business, and I did. And when I purchased this business, my husband said, "Oh, you're never going to make any money." I said, "Okay, well, you watch me." This was 2003 by the time I got started. Well, I was very fortunate. I had a very good run in that business. I worked very hard. I recruited in that business. I did a lot of parties. It was a home-based parties plan. I did a lot of sales. I had recruited under 105 girls in my downline, and I had a $500,000 team. But I got burned out, really burned out, to the point where I sold my business after 4 years and said I never want to do this again. And now fast forward to 2011. In 2007, I thought, well, I will sell my business and go back to work as a nurse, because I know as nursing I can make a decent living. And I can work when I want, and I can make a pretty good living and have a retirement for my husband and myself. Well, guess what? It's no better the 2nd time or 3rd time or whatever time around I'm at now. So now 2011 is here, and my lovely husband, God love him, he's a wonderful man who works very hard, who has made so many changes in his life to become who he is today, got a wonderful opportunity. And so my husband and I are moving from Ohio to Pennsylvania. And this is exciting because the opportunity that my husband has gotten is a once-in-a-lifetime opportunity that we would have never imagined in a million years that he would have ever gotten. Not that my husband doesn't deserve it. He does. But we both were totally blown away. So I subsequently am going to be moving to another state. Moving my 5 children. 2 of them are adults now, so I'm not so concerned about in adjusting. But I have 2 teenagers and 1 10-year-old child. This is not going to be an easy transition. I'm not looking forward to what I'm up for against. So I'm thinking, how am I going to start another job, or even look for another job? Well, I've been selling a home, looking for a new home, being in the middle of limbo. I'm living in a limbo right now. I don't even own a home. I don't even have a home at this moment. I have put an offer in a home, but I don't have a home right now. My children don't have a home. My children don't know which end is up. I don't know which end is up. So I've decided, do I really want to go back to work again? How do I go look for another job? And my husband and I have made a decision that I'm going to go and quit my job next month in May, and I'm going to go home and stay with my children for a while. Then this is where I get to you, is that in 2011, I have decided to go back to the party plan business again that I was very successful at, and do it again. The second time around, it's just as exciting. And I am looking to make great strides in helping others achieve their dreams this time, and not make it all about me. The first time we made it about me. This time I'm going to make it about others. Because it can be done. It can be what you want it to be. And I want, which probably isn't very relevant to anybody else, but it's relevant to me, is I want to be home with my children. It's so screwed up nowadays. These kids have so many different pressures on them. It's so sad when your children look at you and say, "Are you really going to work today, Mom?" And you have to say, "Yes, unfortunately I do." When I had my own business, I didn't do that. I never had to leave my children. And now, I'm not going to again. I know that this business is the business. This is the business. This is the only way to have financial freedom. So, I encourage you to join me in finding financial freedom in whatever way you want to do it. Whatever your story is, I'd love to know it. Because your story is important to me. And I appreciate you taking the time and listening to mine, which, like I said, my story is irrelevant, but maybe something I said here today might help you make a choice in what your future will be. I know what I want for my life. I don't want to be at work anymore. I don't want to have to get calls at work and then try to explain to my boss and have to justify why I need to leave, or why I need time off, or when my kids are sick, why I need to work at home, or just because I'm burned out and can't look at another list. That's what I want to be away from. So what's your dream? Is your dream to have financial freedom? Is it to meet new friends? Maybe you're a stay-at-home mom and you need a little excitement, fun, different change of scenery. Whatever it is, you can have it. You don't have to settle. So join me in my adventure as we learn how to grow and become bigger. And I'm so excited. I'm so excited for what is up for us in the future. Thank you for listening, and I hope you have a wonderful day.